Your microphone is on.
In the placement, basic.
BG bad. Hey. Shout out to my dog B.
You know,
I'm just trying to make it out.
Hey, truth be told, do own the rights to this song. So don't try us, Facebook. Don't wanna really see a nigga shining.
TBT land, how y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up, fellas?
What's up,
Real
big
deal.
dog?
What's up? What's up? What's up, baby?
Experience.
Boy,
What's
God,
up?
boy, God
The
is good, boy.
experience.
God is good. We back. We back at it again.
Boy, we back, baby.
Hey man, you look pretty good too, PLP. Last time I saw you, boy, you look a little bit like what's his name, Bobby?
Who?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher, boy. You look like yourself nowadays, though, baby. You looking
There
good.
y'all go. There y'all go.
Shout out, hey,
Omaha.
you petty. But since you gonna say that, then I'm gonna say shout out to my boy Junior Carter, who said, "Fuck that, Champ look like Leonard Fournette."
Wait.
And I agree.
Experience. He tried to call you out on the Bobby Boucher, but he was Zorro. Zorro. And he had the accent.
We good though, baby.
We
I'm,
good,
happy,
man.
I'm just happy to be back in the crib, man. You know what I'm saying?
On
Yes,
the
sir.
rec-
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited about this show.
On the record, did you keep Zorro costume on when you went home, dog?
On the record? Are we going on the record?
Yeah,
the
we
record.
on the record. This truth be told.
Just the mask.
Oh, man. Oh,
Hey,
man.
hey, but hey, shout out to the apostle we had we had the Black Panther.
We had the Black Panther in
Hey,
this too, boy.
Black Panther.
Hey, somebody say his mask was too small for him.
Hey, they ain't
Boy,
lying, man. That
y'all
mask is
brutal.
tight as hell on me, boy. I can hardly breathe with that mask on, man. God dang. But you know what? When I got that mask,
Yeah,
Real was with me.
yeah.
Real say, Green, that's going to be big enough. I say, yeah, it's good.
Hey,
Look,
hey,
look.
Green had that accent going too, though, man.
Yeah,
You know how I know it's going to
but
be too small, though?
yeah.
Because it wasn't just the mask. The costume came with it.
I bought the whole costume.
He bought the whole costume. So I'm like,
Those are little kid costumes.
yeah. I said, Green, bro. I don't know about that one, big dog. Shit, it's going to work today. All right, let's go.
Hey,
Godfather has
boy.
spoken.
Hey,
Boy, that was real, though, boy. We had a
Well,
good
y'all-
time, boy.
y'all
Yeah.
bums.
We had a
Hey,
good time, bro.
Yeah, we did.
hey, TBTers.
Yep.
TBTers. We're reminding y'all we appreciate y'all support, but we need y'all to get at us on Spotify and Apple and Google and all that good stuff, man, and Facebook and YouTube, all of that. Hit the like bell, subscribe, all of that good stuff. The numbers are climbing. We appreciate it. It's big love.
Hit that thumb like
941
on
and
Facebook.
beyond. It's big love. We appreciate that. That's real talk. That's real. That's realer than real Davis.
That's real. That's real.
You know,
Almost.
you know,
Real
they say
Davis.
almost.
Almost.
But actually, man,
is
that
real.
that is
That
real.
is real.
That
That
is
is
real.
real.
That's real. Much love from the 941 area, man. So we appreciate that. Y'all keep coming.
What kind of feedback y'all got from the imposters?
Boy, look here.
Boy, I heard. Boy,
Listen,
boy,
first off, let's
shout out to Champerline. Congratulations once again, wifey, fam, new house, and all that good stuff.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
You know, breaking off time to come in and hang with us bombs.
Yeah, but TBT, can I clip some up?
Go ahead, dog.
Because it was a lot of stuff. It was one thing said saying TBT brought Champ on to get views. That is not true, y'all. Champ
What?
actually asked us, can he come on the show and tell that story? We ain't trying to get no views. We appreciate y'all watching.
But here's
We appreciate y'all locking in, but we
purpose of
feel we
doing
can, we bring y'all enough entertainment to just just go and try to just do some random stuff and get
Man,
views.
we do want views. Who said that there?
No, we
I was
want
just
views,
gonna
but
say,
we want some damn views.
we didn't just go and make Champ do this. Champ actually asked
Champ a grown-ass
TBT,
man.
Yeah.
can he come on and do this? So just
I
to clear
got-
that up.
I heard some people say you need to write a book.
Yep.
The comments was off the
You
chain.
need to be a movie on
Shout out
that.
to the comments,
And
man.
he called it imposter.
Write a book.
Yeah.
He's a 941 legend.
Shit, I heard it all, man.
I heard it all,
I
man.
had
Yes, sir.
homeboys out of state reposting the episode, man. So,
Yes, sir.
so that's,
Yes,
that's
sir.
big, man. That's big. Everybody, you know, they enjoyed
They
the
enjoyed it.
story of how Champ did that for the last 10 years.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. Hey, Hood got questions, man. In case y'all didn't know or haven't heard, we got a special guest in the house, man. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they really know.
I don't think they know POP.
I don't really know. I'm gonna tell you like this here. I became a fan when he was a little youngin, cause he come from a family of baseballers.
Yeah.
Brother Greg. First of all, Dad. You know what I mean. Dad played ball.
Dad
right?
played ball.
Dad played ball. Let's
Yep.
just start with
That was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the
Start
tree.
there. That's
With,
start there.
with the tree where the apples fell from.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Dad was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what I remember was him having 3 boys. Greg, the oldest. Shout out to my boy Greg. Go. My boy. Go.
Big Greg.
Let's swarm. Boy, that my
Yeah.
boy. That boy, that was wild in a wily coyote, my dog. Class of 91.
Big Greg.
Then you had Poo Poo,
Yeah.
Tony. I think all y'all ass named Tony and
All of
Greg
them
and all
named
that.
Tony.
Except him.
They tell me, don't name me no damn Tony. Hell no.
Oh, boy.
So, and then we got Lastons who World Series, college Little League World
Little League World
Series,
Series.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Won a state championship in
Baseball,
in
Little
high
League,
school in
yeah.
baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Went first round, 12th pick to the Mets.
The only first round out of Manatee County.
The only?
The only.
He went to the
Only.
show too.
The only.
He went to the show.
And he went to the show. Any
Only.
black.
He went to the show.
The only.
So since we on the record right quick, if Greg went to Palmetto High, Poo Poo went to Palmetto High and won a state championship, why the hell you didn't go to the high, Lastons? I need it on the record.
You gonna introduce him first before you put him on the record?
Nah, but he on the record. That's the introduction right there.
Last in the village.
God damn, they introduced him.
Palmetto's own,
They
Lake
introduced
Park. Shout out to Lake Park, LP.
Yes, sir.
One of LP's finest.
LP.
We got Lastons Milledge in the building, y'all.
Yes,
Lasto.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big Lasto,
Hey,
baby.
man, it's great to be here. I appreciate all y'all, man. I
Hey,
really
man,
do, man.
appreciate
It's
you
awesome.
coming.
It's awesome getting on a platform and be able to give all your viewers, a fresh story and a different story from a different
Absolutely.
sport that
Mm-hmm.
is not visible in the black community anymore. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here.
Oh, yeah,
But,
right. We gon' yeah.
but it's definitely a great opportunity. I appreciate it to be able to give my story. It's a pretty interesting story, especially with the everything that we got going on nowadays. With the movements and things like that, and being able to really give the black community a view from both sides, because I also had privilege too. So, not a lot of people can say that they were on the privileged side when somebody invested their time and their resources because they believed in my talent and they believed in where I could go. So to be able to express that and give that from a different angle, and also being a black American as well, I think get your popcorn ready.
Yes, sir.
Y'all heard it, too. Yes, sir.
Popcorn.
He said it so nice and smooth. And he got the scarf on.
You see it? That's Lasto.
Smelling like money. I still want to know, back to what I said earlier, why did you not go to P High?
Okay, well, first of all, when I grew up, my dad said I wasn't going to Palmetto High. That was from anybody that's close knows that I was not going to Palmetto High regardless. That's just what it was. And
was it they wasn't good enough, or you were too big time?
No. No, I was not. I had big time talent. Okay, but I was not. But I was not big enough to go to Palmetto High. The reason why I didn't go is just because, we had two that went there, and for whatever reason, it could have been my brothers missing out on opportunity, or they didn't get the opportunity. Not sure. But we had two that was, you guys know, y'all seen their talent. It was as good as mine. It was as good as advertised. But they didn't get out there. They wasn't out there. And at that particular time, Palmetto was not, they wasn't pushing their players like that. It was,
But Lasto, you just mentioned that, a little bit of privilege, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you were privileged, you experienced that side. Would you say your brothers didn't necessarily receive that type of privilege?
No, they did not. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Let's go.
I was just a more well-rounded. Talent-wise, you could pick any one of us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You could pick any one of us. It's like in the NFL draft. Your top 5 picks, either one of them can go number 1, and you'll be okay with it, right?
Right.
That's how it was in the Milledge household. You could pick my dad if you want to. Right. I mean, if we really want to get down to it, you could pick my dad in football and baseball.
Right.
If you wanted to, but it was it was wild, man. It was wild. Like I said, I was able to experience new things. I was able to go to different countries. I was able to be around different cultures. That's key.
That's very key.
That's key.
As a youngster too, right now you
yeah.
were traveling.
We talking 13.
Little league, right?
Yeah, we talking 13. Absolutely. So, little kid from Palmetto, right? Right about 1.7 miles. Mm-hmm. To be able to go, to be able to go to Canada, to be able to go to Mexico, to go to Mexico and not know Spanish, and then hey man, I want to play in the big leagues, so I need to learn Spanish. So when I go to high school, I need to make sure that I actually take this serious, and end up taking Spanish 1, 2, and 3, and just things like things like that, that's why I say like the privilege, the privilege side.
So when you say that, you're privileged to be able to go those places. Was that free? Was that you had to come from your parents? I mean, did your parents have to kind of flip that bill? Was it a combination? Were you sponsored? How did that work? From a little kid from Palmetto, little kid from Palmetto, little black kid from Palmetto. How you do that?
I mean, we had hedge fund. I was willed money. Nah, I'm just joking.
Oh boy.
No, I mean to be honest, like we didn't have a lot of money, but we can make some things happen.
Absolutely.
We wasn't broke.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But my skills were special.
They set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
They were special, and and everybody wanted me to play on their team, and the teams that were calling for my talent were teams that went out the country and went to other states and things like that. So, me having the skills that I had, allowed me to go to those places. And yes, I did receive scholarships because of my talent.
Now, Lasto, being on that privilege side, that didn't just come easy though. Cause I remember you as a little boy. You know, used to be on the old Lincoln field. You used to hit what, 200 balls a day. 200.
Yeah, about
300
200.
balls a day?
My dad can't lift his right arm today because of that. You know, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
200.
And I was a two-way guy. I
What do you mean
played.
by
I
two-way?
did. I wasn't. I was. Let's not get it twisted. I was a football player first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going.
I was a
A
football
lot of people
player.
don't know y'all.
I was
lot
a
of people don't
football
know
player
all four of
first.
y'all.
What position you
Your
played in football,
dad,
Lasto?
Greg, Poo, you. They don't know y'all from
They-
football.
yes.
See, I get the. I know y'all from football. They don't know y'all from football.
What position, Lasto?
I was a running back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was a running back. But I never really got to play with my age. The 2 years, you know, because I was a bigger guy. So I always had to move up, you know. So I was on the pony. I was on the ponies for 2 years. Old Manatee Broncos, garnet and gold. That we can't bring that back. Don't bring that back, New Manatee Broncos. You can't bring that back.
Right.
You cannot bring back the garnet and gold. Because if you played for the Stallions, you never lost.
Uh-oh.
You never lost in 10 years. You never lost a game.
Manatee Broncos.
I don't know if I ever lost when I played for the Broncos. overseas.
If you
I
played
lost
for the
one game
Stallions,
to Spartans.
if you played for the Stallions, anybody, I know somebody is tuned in right now. If you played for the Stallions, if you played for my dad, you didn't lose.
There we go. I knew it was something. I knew it. 'Cause I was about to say, did your dad coach the Stallions?
You know what?
Yes, sir.
I want to.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
ask me. Here, hey.
You know
Co-
what?
Give me Coach Kelly.
Yeah, Coach Kelly had them rolling, and then my dad took over. But Coach Kelly was a good coach too. But they lost.
Yeah.
When my dad took over, it was the first loss that we had was when we switched to the Mustangs, and that was my last year playing. We switched leagues, and that was and I think we lost about 4 games that year. But before that, ask Peter Ward.
Who was on your team?
No
man?
losses.
Lasto, who was on
As
your team? Who was your team with the Stallions when y'all were undefeated?
AD, Bon Bean,
Hey,
Fabian
shout out
Washington.
to Bon B, Bon 5 champion. You shot it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, boy.
Bon used to throw. Hey, I played the line, bro. My dad coached, and I played the line. I blocked.
Hey, I need you to go on the record with something, too. Your mom, because I remember her in the stands. Go, Broncos, go.
Yep.
Do your stuff. Do she have something to do with the who that and the Saints? Because, boy, it's
No.
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 Uh-oh.
I'm tell you who had something to do with that.
Uh-oh.
Back-
it started
back
with
in
the
my day.
Broncos. I'm going to say
Yeah,
that right now.
with the
New Orleans
Broncos.
Saints.
Back in
And
my
I think
day.
the Broncos need some retro. Well, go ahead.
Little mama.
Lil'
Joyce Brown.
Okay.
The
GB?
mother. Yeah, boy, that's GB auntie.
Uh-oh.
That's the mother of Reggie Beatty, Charles Benton, Stinnett Benton, and Kingston Beatty. When we played for the Broncos back then,
Yes, sir.
she started that who that.
Who that?
Who that talking about beating them Broncos? Who that? So the Who That Nation in New Orleans, y'all need to talk to Manatee County, man.
Say what?
Hey, Lasto,
Manatee County, boy.
let's back up a little bit, man. Cause I want to try to get the full story. Like, can you tell people where your name come from?
Yeah, I was the last child of my family. Mom couldn't have no more. Mom wasn't supposed to have poo-poo.
Oh.
She wasn't. She wasn't supposed to have after one, so she had poo-poo. And all of a sudden, 9 years go by, and here I go. And she had high blood pressure, a lot of complications, and things like that. So obviously she got through my brother, and she got through me, and it was so much like going on. It was so much going on from the pregnancy that they didn't have no time to, give me no name. All we wanted to do was just deliver the kid. So when I was delivered, the doctor's like, well, what's his name? And my dad, well, what's his name? And my mom say, I don't know. All I know that this is the last damn one. So this is the last damn one, quote unquote. So we're gonna name him Lasting. So that's
unique, man.
Now, Lastings. Earlier, I think based on what you said. You kind of gonna answer my question already, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. It's kind of a two-parter. One, do you feel enough black kids play baseball? And if not, if you don't, well, first of all, answer that question, yes or no. Do you feel
no?
And why do you think that is?
Because they're priced out. We're priced out. We're priced out as blacks, as kids growing up, as Black Americans growing up. I don't like to use the word African American, so excuse me. I obviously we are African American, but I think that we're a little bit past, that right now. So I like to go Black American, or Black Americans. You know what I mean? So you'll hear me say that a lot.
Absolutely.
So as Black Americans growing up, it used to be like cheap. You played. No, and excuse me if I'm wrong here, but probably none of us, if we rewind this back and all of us are kids right now, none of us would be able to play this game, play my sport, America's pastime, America's sport. Football is not America's sport.
Right.
Baseball is America's sport. Let's be clear.
Pastime. They call it America's pastime.
Baseball had a lot to do with the movements back then. It's showing the world that Black Americans and white Americans can work together. Let's not. That's another thing. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. With Jackie Robinson, of course, and.
Many other
MLK and all those guys getting together to make that civil rights movement. It's a lot of history that goes on with the game of baseball, but again, that's another conversation. But if we were all kids right now, can anybody afford $575 a month as a kid?
Right.
So why, So well, why is baseball so expensive? Why is it more expensive than football and basketball? Why is that?
Again, that's going to be my opinion. I don't have facts for that, so I can give you my opinion, and my opinion could be wrong. But I think that. The reason why football is so much more affordable is because you have a viewing. When you go on Saturdays and you watch your kid play, how many people come through there?
Football.
You got the baby, football. You got the you got the babies.
Yep.
You got the flag.
Yep.
You got, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got all these kids coming up from 8 o'clock all the way up to 5 o'clock. Mm-hmm. How many people come through the gate? How much gate money you make? How much concession you make? So them knowing that and knowing that the hood is gonna bring your mama cousin, your mama auntie, grandma coming. She gonna stroll through that for 15 minutes, watch you score a touchdown and go on home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you got 5, 6, 7 people per player on average coming to watch you play. So, the economics of it, like, hey, what PAL right now? And I work at PAL, work with PAL. It's free. It's free to play football. Free. Absolute free. Why? Because they're going to pull the money in from concession. They're going to pull the money in from gate. You know what I mean? They're able to create that revenue. And generate and create that revenue to be able to hit the costs and then be able to also invest back in the facilities. But baseball, I mean, it's not a lot of revenue that can be created because, number one, it's not the most sexiest sport. You know what I mean? You go to a high school football game. Y'all, I mean, let's put it out there. Truth be told, ain't going on baseball games right now. Where y'all going right now?
Hey,
Where y'all going? Y'all will be. Y'all will be.
Because like you said, economics. I can't afford to go, but I'm a Braves fan. FYI, just we one win away from winning the World Series. I'm representing the Pirates because you on here, my boy. I know you play with the Mets, you play with the Pirates, but I'd be damn if I wear a New York Mets uniform.
I get it.
My division rival, you crazy.
I get it.
I'm repping you. Shout out to my Braves. One more.
I get it. I'm a Braves fan.
I don't know about these bums. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm a Braves fan. The reason
I'll be at a baseball.
Do you know why
Take
you?
me out to the
Do you
ball
know
game.
why you a Braves fan?
Take me out. I know why.
I know why. I have a speculation of why. There was no Florida teams.
Right. Absolutely. You absolutely.
See, people
correct.
don't know that there were no Florida teams when I grew up.
And the boys club back in the day. Remember, you used to have a candy sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know that top. Shout out to my boy Tiki Curry, boy. He used to go to Georgia every year. Mm-hmm. They go to the Braves game.
Mm-hmm.
So Dale Murphy.
And then we can cut on TBS and we can catch a game.
TBS.
What?
Absolutely.
We catch our team.
Absolutely.
On there.
Absolutely.
But people don't know that. They'd be like, oh, well, the Marlins and the Rays.
I want to piggyback when Lasto was talking about like going out to football games versus going out to baseball games in high school.
Right.
High school.
Right.
But you know what? I might be wrong, but you know, when you see athletes that come on a high school campus, when these football coaches see athletes come on a high school campus, you can be white or a black coach. When they see somebody look big, look athletic, the first thing the football coaches do, they come up to you and say, hey, you coming out for football? Because they looking at your appearance. They say, that boy look like he might can play football.
Right.
Yeah. But baseball, I'm assuming baseball players are athletic too, right?
Baseball players are athletic.
So why doesn't a high school baseball coach have that same energy?
Coach Van Sert used to do it at Palmetto.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see that when I was in high school.
Coach Van Sert used to do it at Palmetto.
You know, I didn't see that.
And Coach Van Sert was also a football coach, but like
that's the only reason why. That's the only on the record. That's the only reason why Coach Van Sert coached football, so you can stay tied to front of the players.
But I'm saying,
Van Sert, he was
where
my
I'm trying to get at,
I love
you know, kids, high school kids, middle school kids, they want to feel wanted.
Right.
They want to feel
right
like somebody want them. So when a high school coach come to them, football coach come to them and say, you going to play football? That kid, okay, this dude feel like he want me. But they don't feel that way with baseball.
I understand.
Why don't we see a lot of black high school football players that's athletic play baseball?
I understand what
I see that.
where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to think.
You got about 50 black American, black folks playing football in high school. Why not that same energy in baseball? We play baseball.
I've been on if I'm wrong on this. Baseball ain't a sport that you can just go play.
See, y'all don't even need me on the show. Y'all got B. I don't think y'all know that. Well, I don't think y'all know the tools this man got. This man knows some stuff.
Oh man,
y'all don't need me.
So
go
ahead.
I want to go back to what
Educate
you
me
were
on
saying because from personal experiences of being on a high school campus, I have seen baseball coaches, you know what I mean, assistant coaches, be like, look, dude, you know what I mean? Boy, all you got to do is come on here and steal some bases. But it's hard, man, getting them kids to come out, man. Our kids, I've seen too many times where it's presented, but our kids are just simply not interested.
But like I said, it ain't sexy.
But see, back in my day, because baseball was my sport. I only played football because, like Lasto said, that's what the girls wanted football players. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I played football. I grew up with them. I played baseball. That was my sport.
So you wanted girls?
But everybody, like if Real didn't play baseball, I can't just come with the Real like Real. You know, he might be athletic. He might be able to steal a base. He might be able to, foul tip a ball. But baseball ain't a sport where I'm 13 now. I just want to go play baseball. it don't happen that way.
Yeah, it just, I mean, that's the ugly truth about baseball. Like, if you don't start, again, I know a guy that started when he was 14 and made $122 million.
He started playing baseball at 14.
Uh-huh.
So when people say, if you don't play baseball at a young age, you ain't gonna make it. That's just.
Well, I mean, it's so many intangibles of the game, man. Like, it's so many things that go on in the game of baseball. Think about it. Football, you play one side of the ball, right? And it's a lot of things that I can pick out of a player. I just need a player to do one of 5 things on a football field. On either side of the ball. Linemen, skill positions, wherever. I just need them to do one of 5 things, and y'all know what those one of 5 things is. I mean, speed is one, obviously. Can you read defense? Do you know the plays? Do you have a good attitude? You know, things like that, right? Are you coachable? All that, right? All you need is one of those things, and you could be a football player. To be a baseball player, you need all 5. And if you don't have all 5, especially with a white coach who never coached a black kid, don't know the culture. See, that's the thing too. Like, you got white coaches in football, but they know the hood.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got coaches that, hey, I'm gonna go in the hood here. I'm gonna go in the hood. I'm gonna get me a running back. I'm gonna go across over here in Onico, and I'm gonna go get me a wide receiver. Why? Because they know what it takes. They have to learn the culture. They have to take the culture in. White coaches have to take our culture in because we're dominant in the sport. We're dominant in the sport, and especially on TV at the skill positions. It's no secret. How many white corners has it been in the league?
Shout out to Jason Seahorn. It's been a
You
long
know,
time.
you see what I'm saying?
Been
Like,
a long time.
And I hate like getting. It's more of awareness. It's not like a white versus black thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause let's put this on the record. Rocky Swartz
Oh man,
was a bad boy.
Man, that's my dog.
Was a
What's
bad
up?
boy, and guess what color skin
Absolutely.
tone he is?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And was this can
Rock.
play any skilled position.
What's up, Rock, my dude?
You know what I mean? So
And he went to the university. Go ahead.
So,
Yeah.
so Laston, so you talked about that's in football, right? And I get that, and I agree with that 100%. Do you feel though, if our culture took this game and put as much energy as we put in football and basketball, if we put that into this game, because when you look at landscape, the landscape is not us. So the landscape is different on that side of this particular sport. But if we put that work in that it takes, do you feel like that it could be a shift? And just what you're saying, because you're saying we naturally have those things, those intangible things. Can those things cross over into baseball?
it can. But here's the kicker. And this is why it won't happen. And I hope I'm wrong. But this is why it's not going to happen. We don't have enough black figures in this community to push baseball. How did you play baseball?
Your dad.
My dad was a black figure. He played baseball. He played professionally.
So why haven't there been, I'm just looking, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at the youth league organizations that have been in this county. Why haven't we, at some point in time, us that look like us, put together some type of organization that caters towards us? Now, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Manatee Mustangs because they have a shout out to D Round. They have a baseball program. And who else?
It's called RB, ain't it?
Yeah,
RBI.
Al Cox started.
RBI.
Right. Shout out to
baseball
speaking of Cox. Hey, shout out to the late great Al Cox,
RBI.
man.
Yeah, RBI.
Absolutely. He tried. We were gonna merge, man. We were gonna merge LMA and all that good stuff. So, but prior to them, like just over the years, man, I'm damn near 50 years old. I hadn't seen
And I'm 51.
a push or any type of effort to
Like Lasto said, I agree with that. We don't have enough black figures pushing baseball. Like when I grew up, we had his dad, and like I said, baseball was my sport. So his dad did the same thing he did with Laston, with myself and Poopo and Greg.
They train.
Every day, we on the diamond training, hitting 100, 200 balls. He made this thing where he had a tire, a car tire.
Yes, sir.
And we tee off on the car tire. See,
Yes,
like
sir.
those type of things, like he did with us every day, 7 days a week. Not Monday and then we skip a day, go to Wednesday and then Saturday. No, we did this 7 days a week. If we played on a Tuesday night, where we went to practice Wednesday, we was in the backyard after the game.
And here's a fun fact, B. At LMA, we was getting ready to start that baseball, baby. Baseball and softball. Sport-specific PE with baseball. Had them partnered up with some people and was going to bring some people. Shout out to D. Strong, Dwayne Strong. We even, matter of fact,
Yo, we
he
interviewed.
right here. Then we would talk baseball.
So Lasto, what can we do though to try to get this back in our community and introduce it to our kids,
Give us
and
LMA
hopefully give our kids a chance
Give us LMA back.
to play this sport.
I just,
And I make it
I
happen.
mean, it's definitely a fun sport once you learn how to play
it's
it.
and it's truth be told, right? I just don't think I just don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible for the simple
Give
fact
PLP LMA back and see what's possible.
everything is possible,
Yeah.
right? Everything is possible. But
You're right. At this rate, I see
to
I see
run
the
to
mindset.
to run baseball is so much different. It's not like football. You can't run an organization football, you can't run an organization like football and expect it to do the same thing with baseball. It's not going to happen. You're dealing with a whole different demographic here.
Right.
You're
You're
dealing
right,
with you're dealing with the Latinos, you're dealing with white Americans, you're dealing with Asian Americans, you're dealing with baseball is a global game.
You're right, but I'm just going by when I played in my younger years. We had Poo-Poo, we had Greg, you had myself, you had Cernez Webster, Raymond Woody, James Simmons. You can go on and on, man. Like you had blacks playing this game. Now you don't have any blacks playing. Not in Manatee County that I know of.
But you know what? I think that
And
go back
even
to
at the boys club though, even the boys
B.
club, Palmetto Boys Club, Bradenton Boys Club, DeSoto Boys Club, they had baseball and you had blacks playing baseball.
Going back-
Palmetto Youth Center even had a team full. The whole team was black and they played in the Manatee County Little League.
But going back to what the DRC episode, kids don't go outside these days. We was outside doing that. Everybody that's old school like me remember the game called fumble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember fumble?
Yes,
What?
sir.
Huh?
All day.
Fumble in the hood, especially in Avondale. Back then, meet of the meet, man. Stop playing.
Hey.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So
Boys Club.
Take me back, Last. Take me back. I remember seeing Last in Milledge on TV World Series. How old was you then?
I was 12. I was in
12 years
'97.
old. You and Rod Hopper
Yes, sr. Also went to the NFL.
went to the NFL.
Yes.
Okay, Last, and then so was you thinking about Major League Baseball then?
I knew I was gonna play in the big leagues when I was young. Ever since my dad I'm gonna tell you one thing. My dad's the GOAT, by the way. It ain't no better. It ain't no better trainer. It ain't no better blueprint master than my dad. My dad is the GOAT. If you got some skills, my dad can take you to the mountaintop, hands down, eyes closed, period. And not only the GOAT on the baseball side, on the football side. He helped a lot of kids go to the NFL as well. So let's not get that twisted, okay? Everybody who went to the NFL came through the old Manatee Broncos, and guess who they played for? You know what I mean? So AD, all those guys, they came through. Fabian Washington, they came through.
Yeah.
Rod Harper, Mike Jenkins, they all came through, right? right?
Big.
But you know, that blueprint, man. That blueprint and going what you said, Green, like that your question is it's tough. It's tough to get a figure like that because you have to have 15 to 20 black figures like my dad to even make a scratch. Just a scratch in the game of baseball to get kids to gravitate towards the game. Right. You know what I mean? To get your running back who ran for 30 touchdowns this year, to get him to come to the baseball field and be the worst player on the team for the first 4 or 5 months. You're going to be the worst player on the team, hands down, period.
From jump.
From jump, because you have no experience. It's not like football. It's not like basketball, where I can blow past the defender, boom, 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 have the ball in my hands. Baseball, you can't predict anything. You can't do anything unless that pitcher throw the ball. Football, you can make it happen. Basketball, you can get the rock, you can make it happen. Baseball, you can't make nothing happen until somebody else gives you an opportunity. So, like, to get your best athletes, we talking about getting black kids, and we talking about getting the receivers, getting the skill position, the athletes, right? The dogs. They're gonna be. Give me your best athlete in your football organization, and he will be the worst player on my team. Hands down, point blank, period. Ain't nothing you can do, nothing you can say for at least for the first month. He's going to be the worst player on my team. So how are we going to get the best football players, some of the best football players, some of the best athletes in the county to gravitate to a sport where they are going to be terrible? How are they going to hang in there?
At that high school age, I don't think that's possible. But that you got to start. You got to start here.
But how are we going to make? Again, I don't care if you're 2. I don't care if you're 4.
Earlier, give me LMA back and see what I do.
But even with money,
It's a start, man.
But you know what?
It's a start.
He
I'm
said
not
something,
saying
he
I'm gonna
said
heal the
something earlier
world.
when he say baseball ain't sexy. But think about it. Think about it. Let's get it. Let's go into TV land. When you see football commercials, there's a little hip hop behind it. It's a little hip hop, little rappers. You know, like First Take, Shannon Sharp, what is that? They're Undisputed. They got Lil Wayne coming on. Lil Wayne. First Take had Wale. Okay, when you look at the football commercial, you're going to see one of your famous rappers involved with the football commercial. Basketball the same way. Baseball, you don't see no commercial with Lil Wayne on it or Drake them on it. So, like, it's not sexy.
Right.
Well, you know why, right?
It's America's pastime.
But you know why, right?
America's pastime.
Why that?
Because that's not the culture.
There you go.
Right. Okay.
It's not the. That's not the. Black is not the. It's not baseball culture, right?
The culture
but the culture. But
we
the
finna
culture.
dive in.
But the culture, like hip hop.
Go in.
Like when you see Drake throwing a concert, it's more the white folks than us at the concerts.
Yes.
You know, but hip hop is the culture. But like you say, it's not the
hip hop is not baseball.
Yeah, it's not baseball.
Okay.
It will never be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will never be, ever.
Lasto.
Yeah, it is.
This truth be told, man, it's time to start jugging at you some truth be told questions.
Like, y'all don't mess up my money now. I got my good
that,
paying folks watching. I don't mess up my money. They get the same thing. They ask me, they get the straight up answer. So you good? I'm just messing with you.
I already know.
Well, Milledge.
That's the way you saying. You just gonna either have to plead the fifth, or you gonna have to answer this question.
It's all right. It's okay.
All good. It's all good. So, Lasto, you mentioned the culture, and I agree with you because now I'm listening to I'm watching Sunday night baseball and prime time, and when it come on, it don't have that hip hop stuff on. They Carl Ravik and those guys, and nah. So with that being said, you were a little flashy. You were a little hip hop. You brought a little electricity, so to speak. You know,
Swag.
I remember you one time. I don't know, it was after a hit, this and that. Man, you go down the line, down the stands. You was high fiving. The crowd and all that good stuff. Me personally, I love that because people talk about how baseball. I think one of the biggest things is too why people don't play baseball. They think it's a boring sport because they don't have the patience to go through that process. If you play baseball, you understand baseball. You know what I mean. It's actually one of the funnest sports in the goddamn world. Truth be told.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, did you think that did that get you in trouble?
Yeah, I got a lot of flack from that.
Flack from who? Like the Mets organization themselves, your manager? Who did you get flack from? The fans?
Everybody, to be honest.
Everybody.
Like again, we go baseball, so different than everything else.
Mm.
It's so many unwritten rules, right? So many unwritten rules. You're supposed to not get excited. You're supposed to act like you've been there. If either one of so this is how baseball is. Right now, you win the Mega Millions, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you about to do? If you won the Mega Millions right now, what's your first reaction?
I ain't gonna tell y'all. I ain't telling you shit.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I won the Mega Millions right now, I will jump up, knock this damn mic off,
You know you got it.
and run around and scream. And the reaction, right?
Yeah.
You're excited,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Baseball is like, okay, if you win the Mega Millions, if you win $200 million, just act like you've been there
Act
before.
like you got to.
How I'm gonna act like I've been there when
just got here.
when I'm driving a beat up car and I'm dreaming I want a Bentley, or I'm on TV and 1 million people is viewing me and my boys back in the hood. I know they watching.
But we loving it.
And I hit a home run and I get excited, just like when you hit the ball past everybody and fumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talking smack.
Hell yeah, it's my hit.
You see what I'm saying? You catch a touchdown over somebody. Well, I mossed you. Spike the ball. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baseball, you're not allowed to do that.
So when
it's the elegance of
So
the
when
game that don't allow you. It's the unwritten rule.
That's
don't let you do that.
the same thing with the flip of the baseball cap, right? That's
like don't wear your baseball cap backwards. Don't like everything. Baseball is suit and tie, while basketball and football is very casual.
Right. They don't.
You can come in jeans.
So that
You can come in a tank top. Come as you are. Basketball and baseball. Basketball and football. Baseball is suit and tie only. Black and white.
So they
Black and white ball.
Anti-flamboyancy.
Yes.
So
act like you've been there, even if you've never been there.
So when did you first realize that people were not approving in your organization? How did that conversation? Did you get pulled in by management? Matter of fact, who was Willie Randolph your manager at the time?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get wind of that? And then your mindset? Did you like, I'm gonna change, or did you like, man, you know what? That I'm a wild out even more if I show out. Like, how did you have that conversation? Who came to you and said, like, did they come to you and say stop?
What happened? Oh, go ahead. T.
I'm just saying. So what did you do that was so bad? I'm lost. I'm like,
Well,
I'm lost. What did you? Okay, you hit a home run. Was that your first?
all right.
home run?
Let me explain.
What
Let
did
me
you do?
explain.
And you need to explain.
We're the ninth.
When you need to explain too the simulated grenade toss or whatever. Go ahead.
Wasn't a simulated hand grenade. Here,
We gotta clear that up. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
We'll get there. It was the bottom of the ninth, and we were down. 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And you was with the Mets then.
Mm-hmm. And then my first home run, we tied it up. 2 strikes.
Your home run.
Yeah.
You tied it up.
Against the top 3-4 closers in the game, Amanto Benitez. Like, he was when he come in the game's over.
Shut down.
right.
It's over.
Shut down.
And you finna let little old me from Palmetto tie the game up? I'm going crazy.
So when you hit the home run,
I was hype as hell. I was hype.
how long you held on to the bat?
Damn all that. I was hype.
How your bat flip look?
I didn't flip. I knew it was gone though.
You go, it's gone.
I knew it was
Where
gone.
you hit it at?
Left field.
Left field.
Yeah, I knew it was gone.
Out of there.
Gone.
Okay, you hit the home run, boom.
And then
Tie the ball game up.
did you take too much time going around the bases?
No.
Did you,
I was
when they went
hype
back out
as
to the
hell. I hyped up the team, hyped up the crowd. Let's go. Hey, we finna win. Let's go.
Let's go. Energy. Why would
Let's
they
go.
want that energy in their stadium? Damn, Mets, and like y'all ain't been shit since '86 with Doc Good and them. Damn.
So
Let's keep this shit 100 now.
I tie the ball game up. And we got money on the team. Oh man, we got money on the team. I'm talking about. But hey, I'm talking about we had so much high salary cats on the team, boy. You could line up $100, boy. You stretch from here
Carlos was on there.
boy, it stretch from here to Speedies, boy.
Well, that was
But
your boy.
we had Carlos
Carlos.
Delgado
Yeah,
making
that's it, yeah.
15 million. We had Carlos Beltran making
that's what I was
15
thinking.
million.
Yeah.
We had David Wright that was making 50, 60 mil. We had Jose Reyes that just locked up on this deal. We had Tom Glavine who was making that bread. We had Pedro Martinez who was making 17. Like, we had a lot of dudes with a lot of money. Cliff Floyd was making $7 million. You know what I mean? We had a lot of dudes that was making that money. Billy Wagner was making $9 million. You know, so
All that money.
But
All that money. They wasn't doing shit.
So
I'm
I
just
so,
saying.
so I tied up the game. I came in. I tied this. We got this. I tied this. We got this.
P-Town. You see that real?
I tied this. We got it. We got this. We gonna win this game. Let's go. Who is this rookie?
Oh, and
Not like hell yeah, Milledge tied. Hell yeah. Who is this rookie? It's a regular season game. Like regular season game. We are in New York. It's 47,000 in here. It's 47,000. Screaming my name after that right there. 47 grand. And I'm supposed to act like I've been there. I never been there.
Right.
I never been there. Most I had at that point was 6,000-7,000. But I did play one game in the World Series. That was 35,000. That was crunk. But that wasn't on the same level as in the big league. I'm making a check.
Right.
I'm making a check. That's that. When you put the green on the line, that's a whole different thing. When you playing at the pinnacle of the sport, that's a whole different beast. All right. So like the Little League World Series, that was great and all, but I wasn't making no check.
Right.
I was waiting to get my money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, but we talking about I'm in the Mecca.
Absolutely.
I'm in the Big Apple.
Right.
It goes down.
You said the World Series, was that the Subway Series time?
No.
World Series?
That was 3 years before the Subway Series.
What World Series game you played in?
No, Little League World Series.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had.
Yeah, and we played a local team made it
Okay.
to Williamsport, and they was only like 30 miles away, so they brung everybody. Everybody supported them, and we played them. You know what I mean? It was 35 grand there at 12 years old. And it was loud. It was live, but it's not the big leagues. It's not the pinnacle of the sport.
So that's all you did last one? Just got excited, got crunk?
I got
So, Laston, was that?
Crazy.
Let me ask you this, because I was going to go there with the veterans that were on the team, and they're looking at you, and they're like, "Who is this guy?" I was wondering that, and you kind of spilled it out. But let me ask you this: was that the first and only time that behavior came out, or was there more times?
Oh, there was more times.
All right, that's where I want to get at. That happened on different occasions where you showed that enthusiasm. And at that time, like people were saying, well, who came to you? Who said something to you? Did they mention, hey, man, we don't do that here? But it continued to happen.
I'm going to tell you like this. I have respect for everybody on the team. And we had some guys that was in some really good positions as Black Americans in the game of baseball. that was declining at that point. We was talking about blacks declining for how long now? It was a big conversation when I made it to the big leagues. And I hold myself responsible to a certain extent that I could have been better, but I didn't have no guidance. And I had Black Americans in that clubhouse. If you go, just go. I'm not going to name no names. Mm-hmm. You can go and you can pull up the roster. Mm-hmm. I did not have, and we talk about some guys, not only money, but guys who are in big positions.
So when you say that, Lasto, because when we had DRC here, he was saying how, some of the veterans, took him under his wing and, kind of showed him the sport, and like he say he's doing the same for his cousin Isaiah. Mm-hmm. So you're saying in baseball, the blacks that's been there for a while or had some input, they didn't take you under their wing and say, hey, Lasto, that's great what you did, but, hey, kind of tone it down because this might happen or that might happen.
I never knew the unwritten rules. This is why I'm not playing today, is because I never knew the unwritten rules. Nobody was like my dad to give me the full blueprint and I just follow directions. Because I can follow directions very, very well. Because I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't follow directions. Right. So, but if you let the media tell it in New York, oh, this kid is this, oh, this kid is that, this kid is uncoachable, you do not become one of the best players. And I was the let's get this correct. I was the best prep baseball player in the country. I was number one. I was the best. There was no number two. There was no number three. I was the best. It's on paper. You can go look at it. You can do whatever. A lot of people on this show, a lot of people will hear that in the future, that'll subscribe, will say, oh, he's arrogant.
Hit that subscribe button. I like
he's
that.
Arrogant. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that.
Spotify.
But a lot of people will say, oh, here he goes. He was the best player. Oh, he's arrogant. No. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I wear my credentials on my sleeve. I'm proud of my credentials. I did what only less than 1% of people who to ever strap it up as a kid. I made it. You know what I mean? I made it. So it's easier to be a doctor, a surgeon, than it is to play baseball at the pinnacle of the sport. Absolutely. Right? Yeah. So I wear that loud and proud. Wear that loud and proud. And for whatever reason, people take it as arrogance and things like that. But I let people know out the gate, I was a dog.
Okay. Hey, Lasto.
I was damn good.
Lasto, I knew you was a dog back when, see, you don't know it. You was a legit boy. You ain't going to claim it. But like I say, Greg, shout out to Greg, class 91. That was my dog. Spent a little time at the crib now. Lasto used to do a crazy-ass dance. We used to do something. Now, you ain't going to claim that. So I knew you was a dog way back then. But let me ask you this right here. So I asked some questions, right? And I'm not afraid now. If it's a question from POP, I'm going to say POP asked this here question. But I did a little research, little question, because the hood got questions. And the hood, a couple responses were he was a hothead. That the garbage under his nose is what kept him from prolonging his career. You look at Andrew McCutcheon, right? He's a former teammate of yours with the Pirates. He's still playing. So with that being said, is that fair to say of you?
Absolutely.
And then my thing is, why if he's still playing, and I feel like he was better than him, not just because you're just sitting here, but I'm just you a dog. Why are you not still playing?
Well, what this is what, and to your question, absolutely, like absolutely, is fair to say everything that you just said, absolutely. But again, like you judge me at 21.
Right.
Barely 20. I had my first drink when I was 21, and we won the, we clinched. Always been by the book.
Gotcha.
Always been by the book.
Absolutely.
Never catch me hanging out. Always about my
That
business.
That is true.
There was not one player in the whole world that will outwork me. Nobody. You can't find them. It don't matter. You could take your worst player, and he working to try to be average. I'll still outwork him by 10. And I was a dog. I had dog talent.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
man.
the truth be told, it wasn't a bashing. It was that's what it was.
Yes.
This dude was legit because it was conversation who was better out of the brothers, and Laston's hands down. He was a 5'2" guy. I don't know if y'all out there in TBT land understand what 5'2" mean. I can break it down.
5'2",
to you.
baby.
You can run, right? You can throw, you can hit above average. Hell, you know what I mean? I know a little something. So with that being said,
Say 5'2".
with that being said, do you have any regrets? What would you tell? Okay, your son. What's your son name?
Major.
Major. Shout out to Major.
Mm-hmm.
Major.
We didn't have this conversation.
Eminem.
I gotta hear this.
He's
Okay.
not playing baseball.
He's not playing baseball.
No,
We
absolutely
didn't
not.
have this conversation.
If he was, or any kid that you influenced and was playing, what would you tell them to do differently if you had a chance to do it all over again?
In baseball,
Yes. Well, on that level, that major league level, when you were.
I would teach him the cheat codes. I would teach him, hey, look, I know you want to do this. I would do what the Black Americans were supposed to do for me. Give you the blueprint, give you the directions, give you the arts and crafts. Hey, you got to stay in between the lines here. You got to use the red crayon right here, and then you got to use the blueprint. That's what I needed so I can follow directions. If I ain't got no directions, what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I think is right. And what I don't know, I don't know. Period.
Understood.
Now,
crazy,
also too,
man.
common sense gonna tell me, NFL players, NBA players, they get that love. You know what I mean? That groupie love. Shout out to the imposters to jail for 10 years. So you had to deal with all that there too. Those distractions and
That was
women's and
that
this
was
and
easy
that
work.
and da-da-da.
That was easy work because nothing ever got in between me and ball. I knew my priorities. I'm telling you, my dad was a dog, man. Y'all
Man,
keep going all the way around.
I know
Y'all
that.
not understanding the blueprint. Like I need to like wrap it in platinum or something and just lay it out so people can follow it, and maybe we'll get more people.
Absolutely.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
Lasto,
But
let's back up.
Absolutely.
Because when POP mentioned Major, you said Major not playing baseball.
Major's not playing. Here's the thing. That wouldn't be my first choice. I would give him about a month where I say, you're not playing, nope. You're not playing, nope.
So with
you're
you
not
saying
playing,
that
nope.
though, Lasto, how can you say you rallying for the sport for us to get more blacks in it if you won't let your son play it?
I never say I wasn't rallying for black folks. Never said that.
Right. You're
But
right.
how do you get? I already told you. I feel like it's impossible because it's just too much. It's just too much around it. Like as much as we don't want it to happen, I don't want my son to be the only black on the team. I don't want my son to be looked as black. Like we know he's black. Let's not get it twisted. Now. I know what I am. I'm black. Ain't from Palmetto, I'm from the hood. Like, let's not get this twisted. Don't get the Gucci scarf. Don't get the Rolex twisted.
I'm gonna say the Gucci.
All right? Don't get it twisted.
Shout out to the
Hey,
Rolex.
Some
shout out to
baseball-
Rolex.
baseball
Y'all can hit the subscribe button
Hey.
too.
Hey, y'all, hey. But them baseball players hit different, boy.
Hey, boy.
Them boys hit different, boy.
Hey.
I'm trying to tell you,
That boy got a
man.
Gucci scarf.
Hey,
Scott,
so
October weather.
so
Mr. October.
you know, like, how could I don't want my kid to go through racism because there's a lot of people don't like to talk about it. People cringe. Like people like try to sweep it under the rug. Black people too.
What do you say
People
to the people
sweep racism under the rug.
What do you say
in
to
the
people,
game of baseball?
What do you say to people that's watching this right now and say, "What you holding your son back, or he could be the one that change, or
It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it for me to go through it, and he gonna be going through. It's gonna be harder for me to go through it than my son, because my son is gonna have a one-track mind. I'm getting to the big leagues. Daddy got the blueprint. He got some DNA. You see what I'm saying? Like, my wife is a dog. Like, she's a dog. Y'all know. I don't.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What high
he's
school
gonna-
school you went
Southeast.
to? Boy, say it
He's
again.
gonna-
now.
You know what I mean? My
Say it again,
wife
man.
is a dog. Like,
Yes,
she
sir.
went to Florida, was a dog. Like,
Well,
she
well,
got
well.
whether Major take my DNA or her or the Bowden DNA, it don't matter. My son,
damn it.
you see what I'm saying? Like,
you know what? Real.
Go ahead, real.
I'm glad he mentioned that. Real. I'm sorry, Real. I apologize, Real.
at
But I'm gonna
Real.
go ahead since he mentioned that. I had an on the record question. I'm finna ice right now. Then on the record, who a better athlete, you or your wife?
Uh-oh.
of course, I'm the better athlete.
Dupree, get him. You better get him. 1-on-1. Dupree, get him.
And that, and that's not a husband-wife thing, because if I'm the husband, the husband says no, she's a better athlete, but the competitor and the athlete side, I'm the better athlete. We just gonna and if she have a problem with it, then we can go get that settled anywhere, anytime, and we have done that before.
Wait, so you trying to tell me you'll beat Dupree Bowden, a.k.a. Dupree? We're going to put some respect on him.
I'ma
We're going
just
back
say-
to the, like you say, the Southeast.
Boy, you already
You
know.
mean to tell me, 1-on-1, you can beat her in b-ball?
I'll let her.
On the record.
She'll-
Hell nah,
she-
Lassie,
she-
yes or no?
hey,
Now, this ain't
hey,
either
hey,
yes or no.
Hey, she know.
No, hell nah, Lassie.
She
You
know.
ask me, POP, can you beat your wife in basketball? Right? You're damn right. I'll post her ass up. I hit her with an up and under. She can't handle that.
Hey, my wife ain't no small girl. My wife 5'11" and a half.
I understand that. That's why I'm sitting up here asking you, yes or no, can you beat her 1-on-1? I'm going with Dupree.
I beat her by 1 point. Not even gonna lie.
Real
And was
deal.
down. Hey, real spill. And was down the whole game. Not even gonna lie.
That's on the record.
Cause
Dupree.
she is wet from the outside.
Oh, we already know that.
She ain't gotta go down in there. She ain't gotta bang.
We already know. She was silky smooth now. Silky
You know what I mean? One dribble, step back, boom.
Silky
Like,
smooth.
I give her space. You give her 3 inches of space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She did. You know what I mean? So, hey, 1 point. I got in there. I imposed my will. You know what I mean? Hey, had to do it. I'm not losing. Sorry. But you know, we're wrapping up on the show, so I want to get that rallying all the black folks together, and why I wouldn't push baseball on my son is just because it's just too much racism to go through it. I want my kid to be as much as equally an equal opportunist as much as I can. And baseball is not even close.
I can respect
so
that.
It's
what-
not
What they
even
say.
close.
So what you say about those kids that stop playing football and just play baseball?
That's
And
not,
just that, you know, they stop playing football, they stop playing basketball, and they just concentrate on baseball. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with a kid just playing one sport just to concentrate on?
not athletes, not blacks, no. Even white athletes. White, like, I got some dog white boys on my team.
I understand.
Hey, don't get it twisted, nah. Hey, and they like that blueprint. They love that blueprint.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And they follow that blueprint. And you know, like I said, it's just
Because you was a kid that you pulled from other sports and you just
Yes.
concentrated on
it's
one sport.
it's
If
when
you
you-
would have played another sport, do you feel like you'd went higher in the draft, or
No.
you would have stayed right there?
I would have stayed right there. It's just like, if you're an athlete, you gotta play, man. You gotta play. You know, but baseball, you can't. Baseball don't allow you to be a multi-sport where you could take both of them serious. Like you got very, very few people that can play in the NFL and play in the MLB. Like it's very rare. But I say that they that they should play both. They should give both a try and then gravitate to which one that you see yourself playing at the next level. And if you're gonna play, if you're a college, if your talent is collegiate level in baseball, then I think that and if you have a collegiate level baseball skill set and then you have an NFL football skill set, bro, you gotta leave baseball alone. Period.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Some what the boy did, what Kyler
Murray. And everybody was like, man, he should have played baseball. It's not a guarantee that Kyler Murray is good enough to play in the big leagues. Let's just get that out there.
Right.
Let's just get that out there. And he had $24 million guaranteed. I'm going to play football. Period.
So good. I'm glad you brought that up. Break that down. Because so many people in the hood, you had this conversation before, so many people in the hood feel like baseball is where it's at when they come down to money.
Baseball is not where it's at.
Baseball
is not where it's at. It's not where it's at. Like, we don't make the most money. Like,
what are you talking about? The guarantee? I'm hearing what he's saying, but
everything is guaranteed. Football's guaranteed too. Football's guaranteed too. You might make $20 million, but only $10 million guaranteed. That's guaranteed, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You just can't say you make $20 million. You got to say you make $10 million and hope to God that you end up getting on the back end. Let's talk about Le'Veon Bell. He left all that money on the table. He should have took that guaranteed money because he was in the tag.
Right.
He should have went, played that franchise tag because players rarely get released in the tag. You rarely get released in the tag. They would have kept him in the tag for 2 more years. He would have made $30 million guaranteed in 2 years and would have read up. Or if he would have declined, they still would have got a 4-year, $17 million. So in 6 years, you would have made 50-something million guaranteed.
So you say baseball is not
where it's at. Because I'm gonna break it down for you. Football. Let's do a $10 million player in football. Let's do a $10 million in baseball, right? With all due respect to football guys, all due respect. Football, you get paid for games. So if you make $10 million, you got 16, now 17 games, right? Mm-hmm. You get paid pretty much for games, because any high profile football player is gonna be banged up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And y'all I know play fantasy, and what y'all look at? Did he make Thursday's practice?
Right.
Did he make Thursday's practice?
Mm-hmm.
You play on Sunday, so you practice on Thursday, you practice on Friday, you have a walkthrough Saturday. You see what I'm saying? That's 3 days of practice in one game. Baseball. With all due respect to football, because football players get banged up. I get it. It's physical. I get it. But you take that same $10 million player in baseball, we practice and play in the same day. And we at 162. So you break it down on who makes the most money. I'm going to repeat that. You got a $10 million football player that have 3 practices in the game on the weekend. With all due respect, they get banged. We get nicks and knacks, all right? We get nicks and knacks. We get banged up, too, over a period of time because, we're playing about 200 games with spring training and all that, right? So you take a $10 million football player, he got 3 practices in a game, right? He got 3 off days usually. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to kind of be off. You know what I mean? You banged up. After week 4 or 5, you banged up. The coaches don't even want you to. The owners don't even want you to practice.
Right.
Excuse me if I'm wrong. A. Sanders, Peter Ward, DRC, Poole, all y'all. Please correct me and hit that subscribe button if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong. So I'm speculating. Never played football at that area, but I'm speculating the information that I gathered. But you got 3 practices in a game. Baseball, we got practice and a game and workouts all in the same day over 162 game stretch, and we don't play every day.
Do they realistically expect one player? I mean, obviously the pitcher can because they doing a rotation, but do they really expect one player to play 162 games?
Sure, why not?
How often does that happen?
Rare. But if you play like 155, that's pretty much 162.
So they do
you look
load management. So Major League
look,
Baseball actually invented load management.
Load management. You could take a week off. You could take a day off every week, and still you still right there.
So why do people think baseball is the money? Why they
Because
say
they look-
baseball?
because they look at
when
the-
he break it down, break it down like that, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said,
and baseball is
Nah,
not
in
guaranteed
football-
either. Baseball is not guaranteed because you got the minor leaguers. I can tell you, baseball is not guaranteed unless you got a contract. When I came up with the Mets, I made my money. I made my $2 million in the first players draft. That was a signing bonus. When I got to the league, I made $410,000 if I was on the big league roster. Okay, if I wasn't on the big league roster, you know what I made? $2,000 a month in AAA.
What?
$2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. And that's not even, taxes ain't even in there yet. Minor leaguers make no money. Do your research.
What?
So you got a guy going from 500, almost 500,000, and you don't cut it. We got to send you back to AAA. So I got prorated. So my check, the last 4 weeks, have been $23,000 a month. No, $23,000 a check. Sorry, we get 2 of those. $23,000.
Baseball get paid twice a month?
Yeah, we get paid twice for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15th and the 30th.
Yeah, it is.
So when you making, $23,000 every 2 weeks, then you're not good enough. You're not ready. Where you need more seasoning. You're a hothead. You're a little, this, that, and the other. We're gonna let you get more seasoning in AAA. Now I go from making $23,000 to about $375 every 2 weeks.
Just like that.
As fast as I could tell you, hey, Mr. Green, hey, you're still a cornerstone in this organization, but Carlos Beltran just came back and he's feeling a little healthy, and Julio Franco is going to play a little bit of this, and we're just going to sing you back. We're going to sing you back, and when an opportunity arises, you'll be back. Just keep working hard, and you'll be back. I don't want to hear keep working hard.
You want that $23,000 check?
I want that $23,000 every 2.
Man.
That's league minimum.
But you played overseas also. So is it a difference in pay from playing in Japan and playing here in the States?
If you're good, yeah. But see, I never was a superstar in the major leagues. You see what I'm saying? I was never a superstar. So my checks were spotty. You know what I mean? My checks were spotty. So I was like $500,000. I get like 4 years where I get the minimum, and then I signed free agent, and like my checks were spotty. Right. I had an opportunity to make money. So, when I went to Japan, I did my thing, and I made $7 million more than I ever made in the MLB. You know what I mean? So it was guaranteed. That was fully guaranteed. Like I could fall down and just forget how to play baseball, and I still got that money, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're not like a guy, if you don't have a contract, baseball is not guaranteed. It's not a guaranteed contract. It's a split contract. Wow.
Let me ask you this question: what's the big difference between Major League and playing baseball in Japan?
I mean, across the board skill set. Like as Americans, we are just bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, it's just it just is what it is. Like, you know. But those guys can play ball too. They can play ball. Yeah, they can play ball, man. But that, you know, nothing really changed.
Gotcha.
Other than that,
What made you go overseas?
guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money.
It's always about the coin. Don't let anybody fool you.
So did you have an option between Major League and overseas?
I had an opportunity. I had an opportunity for. I had an opportunity to chase a dream or make some money. Right. I don't chase dreams. I already had my dream. I already made my dream. Even if it's one day, I made my dream.
So at that point in time, it was definitely about the money.
I need paper.
So
it's always about the money.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now, last right quick, before Reggie got to say what he had to say. I wore this hat right here. It's the Mets, because you got drafted by the Mets.
Yes, sir.
But this color, boy, you had a gray or silver Hummer back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled up in front of TNT with the things on it. I said, well, let me get this gray hat representing that Hummer. And the New York Mets representing Lasto getting drafted by the Mets, baby.
Yeah, man.
There it is, baby.
Hey, man.
There it is.
So Lasto, real quick, man. You played Mets, then you went where?
I played with the Mets. Got traded to Washington. Also got traded to the Pirates. That's where I was with Kutch. Who is a huge mentor to me. Mm-hmm. And he had 4 months in the big leagues when I got there. I was supposed to I was the guy to let him know, like, hey, look, hey, this was gonna happen. Hey, you a dog. They believe in you. You're gonna be here for a while. And I gave him that, and he taught me how to play the game. Like, the game within the game, outside the lines.
So y'all still close to this day?
We're close to this
He
day.
used to be highly of it too. I used to edge him up sometimes. Cut his head, we had a little dread.
Yeah.
Kutch
Kutch knew how to play the game within the game. I don't like to say politics, but it's the game within the game. He knew that. I didn't know that. I didn't get taught that. You know what I mean? So he taught me that, and that's what, you know, prolonged my career, because, you know, without knowing the game within the game.
And Hutch played where?
Kutch played
the Pirates, right? So you met him with the Pirates.
Yeah, and he made
A gang of money.
a whole bunch of money. Probably could fit his bank account and our spot right here.
Yes, sir, baby.
What we doing now?
The first thing come to my mind when you go to Japan is like the language to me. Like, what was the toughest thing you had to deal with going, like, first of all, aside from going on the other side of the damn globe?
Yeah, just realizing you can't get home. It's impossible for you to get home within 24 hours. That's what that was the killer for me. Like, if something happened, it's no way that I can get home within 24 hours. That's crazy.
Right.
Because of time difference and things like that. So it's like, it's pretty much when you want to get back, it's like 2.5 days before you can touch down. You know what I mean? So
it wasn't the language.
It wasn't the language. It wasn't the food. It was none of that.
It was, I can't get home.
It was adjusting to the time, which takes about 2-3 months, and knowing that I'm stuck there. All-Star break, we got 2.5 weeks off. I can't go home. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like that was.
You speak Japanese?
I do. I to get around.
Can you still speak some Japanese right now on the record?
Hey,
say
Troof be
we
told.
gotta get the shout outs, man. We gotta get the shout outs.
Before we get the shout out, Lasto, what you doing right now?
All right, yeah, just real quick before we get the shout outs, excuse me, because I just got so much to give to the Black community, and I'm gonna come on here again to finish up, my childhood story and things like that, because we're running on time. But right now, I am trying to be that figure, that Black figure, like how my dad was in the community for Black kids that want to take on this tough game, want to take on these tough experiences. Now, you got some guys that they just want it, and they don't care about the racism. They don't care if they play for a white coach that never coached a Black kid. They want it. Mm-hmm. They want it, and that's perfectly fine. It's really rare, but it's perfectly fine. And for those kids, not only blacks, but even underprivileged white Americans and Latino Americans, and I have Asian Americans on my team, Mexican American. Like, I'm so diverse, and at one point I had 36% diverse. You could be black, Mexican, Asian, what have you. Like, I was super diverse, and in a game of baseball, that's rare. That's very rare. But I'm that figure right now to rally the kids that want to take on the ugly truth. Okay? But before you walk through my doors, I'm gonna let you know the ugly truth. Because I really want you to, if you can't take it, I want you to step in and then get out. Right. Because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to anybody. The amount of scrutiny and racism, and it's just really tough. People sweep it on the rug and say, "Oh, here they go, it's better nowadays." It is, but a person that is not black, and I get kind of emotional. Like, I get kind of emotional with that. But if you are not a black American that's playing baseball, you will never ever understand. You will never understand what it is to be black and play the game of baseball. Like, it's great and it's tough.
So so that fear you have from your experience, that is what you are trying to
keep from your
shield from your son, because somebody may say, well, hell, with or without baseball, he's going to experience racism. But it's a different type of.
But it's a different
it's
type.
Something like you say.
It's a different.
Gotta respect that.
So what's the name of your organization?
My organization is First Round Training. Obviously, I got drafted in the first round. I wear it on my sleeve, like I said. But it's First Round Training. You can, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, all the major outlets. Facebook just changed their thing, so whatever they is now.
Artists formerly known as
what
Facebook.
I mean?
Speaking of draft first round, where did you get that call? Where were you when you got that call?
I was at my house.
LP?
Yeah, I was in LP. Still got it to this day. Still got the house to this day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where's is located?
We running everything out of the Police Athletic League in Bradenton, 202 13th Ave. Y'all know where it's at. It's across the street from the old 13th Ave. That Rally Deli with them Cuban sandwiches. Y'all know where it's at.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know where it's at. Y'all know where it's at. Y'all know where it's at.
Yes, sir.
It was pressed in too.
How much it was? $1.99.
You already know. You already know. But
before we go to shout outs real quick though, because we talked about a little bit earlier that sometimes these programs start up, they fade out. How long you been running?
I've been running for 3 years, and I'm not gonna fade out. I'm not gonna fade out. The only time I'll fade out is if I quit, not because of financially. If my company, also Logan Wells, Sheriff Rick Wells is his brother, Charlie Wells, y'all know the Wells family. Him and I run the company together. So and nobody outworks us, and we're not going away. Okay. We're gonna stay here and be a force in the community that the kids want to take on this crazy game. So we're not gonna stop ever, and nobody ever gonna outwork me. It's impossible.
Man, I'm so happy to see those lights bike on over there, man, because they was off for a long time.
They was off for a while.
Mm-hmm. And then finally they back on.
They was off for a while. But, hey, all the black kids, underprivileged white kid, I don't care if you want to play this game. I'm going to let you know what's up. I'm going to let you know the good, bad, and the ugly of this game. And if you still want to take it on, I'm your dude. There's nobody better that can get you prepared. It's tough. It's hard. Right. You're going to want to quit. Right. I'm going to make you cry and all that, because even if you don't make it, you're going to get so much experience out of this game that it's going to make you better in life. You know what I mean? So I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. We're going to need to do this again so I could talk about when I had, I had white privilege because I had, a big guy behind me who believed in my talent. So I got
That's part two there.
That's
part two there.
I knew it was
He's
somewhere. I
he's
tried
he's
to get
He
there.
was
I
trying
knew
to,
it.
Real was trying to get it.
Hey, but
Hold on,
we're
Real was trying to get it.
But we're gonna need
He
at
stayed
least
away from
500
it.
more subscribers for
hold
that
on,
one
hold
before
on.
we go.
Hey,
So
Troof,
once
he
we
told
reach
me.
once we
Troof, he
reach
told
500,
I called him. It's a couple questions. Experience iced him and Real iced him. That he kind of
Yeah,
he
yeah.
kind of went around them. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
He
that's a
went
New York
around.
media, baby. That's hey, DRC can tell you about that. He can tell you how to give them what you want, but kind of like keep your money flowing in.
Now, truth be told, now in my head, now that's some bullshit.
Hey, let's go to shout outs, baby.
Hey, man.
POP. Let's go to shout outs, baby.
I am, man.
And it better be on the
It's a
record.
funny shout out, man. I gotta give a shout out to a lady named Miss Mandy, right? Miss Mandy, she good people, man. She cook for the little kids down at the tutoring center. But I gotta give her a shout out because the other day we discovered Miss Mandy had a flip phone. I'm talking about an OG flip phone. I'm talking about, I don't even know if it had Wi-Fi flip phone. I'm talking about you only could type so many characters when you text.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the most gangster line, when hey Miss Mandy, you need to upgrade from a flip phone. Miss Mandy say, "Dawg, I ain't gotta worry about my phone being stolen."
Miss Man.
Miss Mandy help.
Shout out, Miss Mandy.
God, Barbara, you got a shout out, baby?
Boy, I got a shout out, man. One person. My wife. We're gonna give a shout out to her, man, for keeping the household together. Keeping the big fella like me on point. Keeping my son on point and my daughter on point, man. I love my wife.
There we go. B Mobile. We got a shout out, baby?
Yeah, man. Once again, man, I'm gonna shout out my dog, man, Saul Johnson, man, and the Johnson family. Thad, all y'all, Stacy. Hey, man, thoughts and prayers still with you, man. Big shout out.
All right, I got a shout out for the big boy. I like to call him big boy. Curtis Davis. Jacoby Davis. I think he was under your tutelage, right?
Oh, he's under my tutelage, and that I will never ever probably coach a kid like that ever again. You talking about dog skills, physical specimen, 6'4", 210, 18 years old, fly like the wind. Jacoby run about a 4'4", low 4'4".
Big Curtis used to be the principal at Lincoln.
Curtis Davis.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Hey,
that family.
and that dude, let me tell you, that dude is very, very gifted off the field. We got a black in our community that is at an Ivy League school, and they don't. I don't know if y'all know this. He's playing for Cornell University, and they don't give athletic scholarships in Ivy League.
Say it again.
They don't give scholarships in Ivy League. Absolutely. You got to be there straight off the brain. So you know what SAT score you gotta get. Mm-hmm. Do you know what your GPA gotta be?
It's levels.
Hey.
Curtis Davis. Congratulations, bro.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Big
Kurt.
Kurt.
Family.
You got a shout out,
Absolutely. And I'm bucking our traffic controller, and I'm bucking y'all, because y'all can't start the take because we live. I'm going to give 2 more shout-outs. I'm going to give a shout-out to Coach Sanders, right? And them Bay Show Bruins. Put some respect on them. They started out the season 1-5, and quiet as kept. Shh. They on a 3-game winning streak. Shout out to them Bay Show Bruins, baby.
Go ahead on, Bay. Shout out to the Bay Show Bruins. Shout out to Palmetto High, man. We clinched district, baby.
Okay.
District champ.
Go ahead on, Palmetto High.
Champ.
Man, you need that win against Jones, though.
Can you get your other shout out in?
Can I get my other shout out in?
Yeah, please.
Coach Jeremy Strong, man. It made me think about baseball and what it do for you, man. It's a good guy, Jeremy Strong, man. He's a PE coach over at my new place of employment with my many people.
It is.
Shout out to my many people, and we were playing Sharks and Minnows today. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The parents of the many people, boy, Sharks and Minnows exposes. It exposes.
Lasto, you got any shout outs, man?
just gonna say that.
Boy,
Boy, it's some. I ain't lying. I'm sorry, man. Boy, it's some girls out there. Boy, flag football. They need. Boy, ooh, parents, please sign them up. Go ahead. Oh, my bad. I'm on one.
Hey, nah, man. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my fam. Shout out to First Round Training. Again, firstroundtraining.com. 1ST, not first as it's spelled out. 1ST. Round Training. 941-304-9696. If you want a ball, hit us up. That's the lesser direct. I'm 941-304-9696. Y'all make sure y'all click that subscribe button. I ain't trying to take none of y'all jobs now. Don't be trying to fight me when we get off here. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe.
Matter of fact, give us a limit. What in order to get you back?
We got
what the subscribe got to get to? Because we ran 540 around there right now.
We need 500 more. And I'm gonna help. Next when we hit 500, wherever we are right now, when we hit 500 more, I'm coming back on. This is hey, I'm sorry, but we got a lot more to talk about. It's definitely got to be a part 2 to this, but we gonna make sure that we advertise. We gonna put it out there. We gonna, I'm gonna do a better job of letting my subscribers and my following know when I'm coming back on, because these experiences and things like that, like they're so good for our Black community. Mm-hmm. It's so essential to the kids that want to grow up and not be sports athletes. I mean, we better than that nowadays. We have more opportunity, whether whoever says, that we are stuck in the same spot. We are not stuck in the same spot. We have opportunity. We have to be better as a Black community to take that to the next level. We got to grab that and don't let anybody say that anybody better than us. The same way we go and train for baseball, the same way we go and we train for football, you put your resources, your mind, your body, your soul into business, into school. Like, if you do that, nobody's going to beat you.
Man, goddamn, boy, you got me hyped up, man. We
Hey,
can get on the record.
Yes, sir.
I want to go on the record right
Just
now.
one more, real. Just one more.
Hey, man, do your thing,
Shot.
Damn,
Real. You always got to be technical. You ain't got damn TD Yanks over there. Hey, big shout out, man, for real. Big shout out, Uncle Amp, Auntie Linda, Poo Poo, Greg. Hey, man, nice of Columbus, baby. Nice Columbus.
Them boys, some bad boys.
I like Taylor Fulton Tomato. No, I'm just playing.
Hey.
I remember
before we go on the record, let me just ask you guys. Y'all got another shout out, man? We good? All right.
Well, I got another shout out.
Let's go on the record. On the record. Let's go on the record.
10 seconds. Go ahead.
On the record.
Who win in the World Series?
I picked the Braves. 3 days. I picked the Braves to win the World Series. I picked the Boston Red Sox and the Braves to be in the World Series. I picked the Braves to win the World Series 3 days before the wild card started.
There it is, my boy. My boy.
Y'all good?
We good, man.
You got it on the record? You got it on the record?
Make sure.
I'm waiting on part 2.
Make sure everybody, y'all, we let everybody know that I am starting a recreational baseball league at PAL, and it's going to be very, very, very affordable for anybody. Again, Black, white, whatever. I'm trying to do my thing. So, we have 2 right now, and we're gonna be starting in the spring, and it's called Professional Recreations Organizations, ProRec for short, and we will be right at PAL, and the registrations will open sometime in December. So I'm looking for recreation kids now, rec ball kids. Because it's the difference between travel ball and rec ball. Yeah, I want the kids that never played before.
Right.
Yes, I want the kid. I want the kids like how you was. Be like my dad training you and then telling you not to be good because he want to draft you, and you was damn near the best. Damn near the best one in the league, right? But that's what I want to bring back.
Hold on,
That's
that's
what I
on
want
the
to bring.
record. Tell the story again.
that-
Lasto.
hey,
That's on the record.
Huh?
On the record. Tell
Put
the
some
story
respect
again.
on you. They don't know the B
Lasto,
mobile.
tell that story again, Lasto.
The B mobile stand for baseball.
My dad trained him for about 3-4 months and kept him under wraps. He became a dog. Went to the trials. And my dad said, "Hey, look, when you go there, you got to be sorry so I can draft you and keep us all on the same team. See, you know what I mean? So B went out there first couple, he knocking it all over the place. Like, I'm gonna show everybody there, but dad like, hey, you supposed to be sorry. Oh, my bad.
What happened was I heard one of the coaches from the other team was like, "Oh, he can't play." Okay.
You took that personal, B.
The 10 off. I was like, B, no, Red, what you doing?
I got something to say though. Damn real. Damn real. I'm going another shout out.
Oh.
But I got something to say though, for real.
Oh Lord.
Hey man, big shout out to Rodney Jones, man. I'm just being, my dog go hard in the paint, man. Straight up, man. It's this like, whether y'all appreciate it or understand it or not, man. This dude is like an activist and he been doing this for years. And this is something that we are witnesses. We growing up, we heard about the Martin Luther King and the Rosa Parks and all of them. Man, we got a real live, like, you know, whatever.
Shout out
between
Jonesy.
him and Miss Gwen and Betty Lewis, Road Dogs, and that crew, man. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I pray that God continue to give y'all the strength to do what y'all do. But on the record too, real, where y'all gonna be at Friday? Where's TBT gonna be at Friday?
That's what I want to know. High school.
Y'all gonna be at a baseball game, huh?
Southeast Manatee.
Oh, my bad.
I was gonna be at the baseball game.
We got a couple baseball games going out. Truth be told, going out
High
there.
school, baby.
Southeast and Manatee rivalry, baby.
On the record, real, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
That ain't no damn very excited. Boy, you had more excitement when you were in Zorro.
All I'm saying, man, is I had a great night. You brought enlightened this community about baseball.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
thrilled about that, and I'm also thrilled about the possibility when we get those 500 more subscribers.
Oh yeah, we gonna do something. We gonna do that. We gonna do that.
So make sure that we are going to Apple, Spotify, Google, Facebook, YouTube. Just make sure you subscribe, man. With that being said,
Y'all,
POP,
please subscribe.
Please.
I'm gonna end it before we go this and that. All right.
Yes, sir.
This is another on the record. Be mobile on the record.
This gonna be.
I didn't know you was such a baseball player, but now that I know, now I understand. When you put that baseball mitt right there, right, and you put that baseball mitt right there, your eyebrow went like that. Now I know why you get them arched. That's on the record. And POP.
I do not get my
POP
eyebrows arched.
Is what?
It's this side. It's that side. And then it's us.
I do not get my eyebrows arched.
And we on the what?
You own the what?
Record.
Damn, that being on the record.